40 for 40. This one for my big bro Benji. Love you, bro. West Philly. Whoa.
I earn my stripes like a ref. Pitch it, then I catch. Pivot, then I press. You on checkers, this is chess. On the line, my team counting on the street.
This is your host, Naya Rodriguez from Philly Live and Uncut. I am sitting here with Bengy from RoCTheMic. How are you doing on this fine evening?
What's going on, Nate? Thanks for having me. I appreciate you. Much love and respect.
Absolutely. Thank you for the hospitality, and the special invite. Listen, we're just going to get right into it. Tell the people where you're from, Bengy.
Well, I'm from West Philadelphia, 52nd and Master. Grew up in the neighborhood, inspired by music by the age of 14. Really taking it serious now, as far as with the podcast and everything I got going on right now. Excuse me.
Perfect. So you said something about inspiration. Who inspired you? Who inspired you to do music?
Okay, so I'm from West Philadelphia, and that's obviously it has Philadelphia in it, so that's Philadelphia. So this is a big Rockefeller town, if nobody don't know. And Jay-Z, State Property, Bleak, Cam, Dipset, that whole Rockefeller era inspired this, not just me, this whole city. And still to this day, you can see their blueprint and how the way people move. So it was a big important time in Philadelphia hip hop.
Got you. Absolutely. I can attest to that. I'm from that era, so we definitely had that in common.
Great music. Great music. I think
Absolutely.
Beanie Siegel was at his best at that. Like at one point in time, he was the most feared MC. Like
Shout out to Beanie Siegel.
Shout out to Beanie.
Yes,
and actually,
and he still is.
He still is. Actually,
Absolutely.
March 8th, live at the Met. March 8th, they're celebrating Beanie Siegel's 25th anniversary, along with his birthday, but 25th anniversary of him signing with Rockefeller Records. Shout out to Zone 7. They throwing an event. Good dudes. I just had a meeting with them, and it went great. They're good dudes, good energy, and it's going to be a movie. So get your tickets now on Live Nation. March 8th at the Met.
Got you. Now, let's talk about that era. Because
let's talk about it.
We missed that era. Let's just talk
Right.
about that first and foremost. I mean, what do you think that era had versus the era that we're in right now? Because something is definitely,
Yeah,
lacking.
as far like it had lyrics. I mean, not saying that people are not lyrical now, because they are, but it was more heavy on lyrics. That's the good part.
The story. There were stories behind the music.
Stories.
Absolutely.
It was more difficult to get in the music industry because it was more sheltered. Like the pros of it, that it didn't have social media, but social media helps a lot of artists to this day become superstars. So I can't really knock that, but I think back then it was more focused on the lyricism, and you had to really be somebody to sell over 300,000 records.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's the difference. Now, like, people figured it out. They don't need the labels now and everything. All you have to do is build your brand, or build a platform, or just be aligned with somebody. And as long as your internet game is on tap and the music is somewhat good, you good. You straight.
So would you say that that's a benefit to the music business that's somewhat good?
No, because it's good for right now, but it's not good for the future.
Absolutely.
So
Because we expect longevity.
exactly.
You
So
know?
sometimes nowadays, when take it back to that era when artists was coming out, they'll drop at least more than 4 albums. Nowadays, artists won't make it past the second album. He won't even get an album. He'll get a single deal. He'll get like 2 or 3 singles, and he or she gets 2 or 3 singles, and they out of there.
Got you. So what would you attribute that to? The fact that, we come from an era where they would drop 4 albums versus, maybe 1 album and that's it.
Artist development. There's no more artist development now. Now, if you... Alright, so you can get a microphone, computer, interface, and download Pro Tools or Logic in your bedroom. Come up with a catchy enough song, and they can do what they do on Instagram or TikTok. You're officially in the music business. So usually back there was an A&R or a mentor that mold you into being the superstar that you supposed to be. It's still A&Rs and everything, but now the A&R is more focused of hanging out with the artist more than nurturing the artist and saying,
Talk heavy. I just had to interject for a moment because I do the artist and repertoire myself.
Right.
And some of the conversations that you have to have with artists, that's a different topic. I'm gonna leave that right there. But it's very important that if the intention of the artist is to get longevity out of his or her career, that they go through artist development. That's very, very important. That's just like someone you have your own brand, you have your line right there, RoCTheMic, so you can certainly understand what I'm about to say. So you don't go into your business blindly. You have a team of individuals who can advise you along the way, make suggestions along the way. Without that, you set yourself up for failure.
I agree.
So if you're wanting longevity out of your career and or your business, then at some point you're going to have to consult someone who is more knowledgeable than yourself.
And somebody that has the connections that you don't have.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of now the artists figure it out today, but now the artist wants to do everything. If you just focus on your art and you have a trusted person, referring back to Rockefeller, every Jay-Z, every aspiring Jay-Z needs a Damon Dash.
So
if every aspiring Notorious B.I.G. needs a Puff. Every aspiring, to bring it in today's time, every aspiring Lil Wayne needs a Baby. I don't know about their business and everything and owing money and all that. I don't care about that.
Understood.
I'm just saying the perception. You focus on being the best artist you can be while your trusted partner is in the labels saying why my artist single, basically what Dame Dash did to Def Jam. Why, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so let's talk about that for a moment because trust seems to be the issue. Personally speaking, I've come across that word thousands of times, in my interactions with artists. And sadly, there aren't many trusted individuals out here.
Yeah.
Not everyone moves correctly.
Yeah.
We can go on and on and on about how many artists, how many artists actually were. I want. You know what? Let's say it how I mean it. Let me just say it. How many artists got ripped off? Let's just keep it. Let's just
That's
keep
a
it
part of
all
the
the way
music.
G. They were ripped off. There were promises that were made. Promises that in fact that couldn't be kept. Almost the blind leading the blind, and you have to consider that when you're taking reign of someone's career.
Right.
Regardless of whatever the genre of music it may be, it can even be in the film world, an actor, actress, whatever. That's a very serious situation.
In a whole.
Yes, entertainment and as a whole, you have to, be mindful that your actions could make or break this artist or actor or whomever, and
you have somebody's life in your hands.
Absolutely, their entire and the lives, potentially the lives of their family members as well, because
they're counting on that
facts.
person to be the star that they were meant to be.
Yes, they're providing for their family. So it's very important that we understand that,
right.
Before we take on these these tasks and these assignments of being someone's manager or, even public relations and such. You have to be careful. You and I were having that discussion as we were coming up the elevator.
Absolutely.
Whatever it is that you do in life, you have to really hone in on it.
I agree.
If this is something that you're not serious about, then don't bring others into it.
Exactly.
If you're not gonna do it right, then don't do it at all.
Don't do it at all. Or
go big or go home.
Or don't waste a person's time that's serious about this.
Absolutely.
Like what I'm doing, I'm taking control of my life. I've never been so much free as I am right now. Absolutely. And I'm not talking about free like I'm not a jailbird. I didn't just come home.
I
just talking
understand what
about
you mean. When you're doing things on your own, you're free.
I'm finally doing something for me.
Absolutely.
And it's so refreshing. And I take this very, very serious. So when people come into my world that's not serious, it pisses me off. Like, I'm a respectful guy, so I'm not going to disrespect you as a woman or a man, whoever you identify as. I'm not going to disrespect you as that. But if you waste my time and you reached out to me to do business or collab or do anything, like promote, whatever, and you're not serious and you're not giving it the 110% I'm giving it, why are you wasting my time?
Yeah, it then becomes a waste of time. And Benji, not for nothing, these are the conversations that I had, because I have a lot of artists who reach out to me, and they've been proven to be a great group of gentlemen, as well as some females, and we just have to do better, by artists.
Right.
I'm just going to say it like I mean it, we have to stop jerking these artists out of the credit that they deserve, the money that they deserve, and just get real about it,
It's a 50-50 partnership.
Yes,
but also artists have to take accountability in their own hands also.
Absolutely.
We not here for the laziness. We're not your parent. Like, like I said, it's a partnership, 50-50. You working on being the best artist you can be, and the person that has your career behind the scenes is going to work on the best A&R, PR person or engineer, producer, whatever that person role is to get you to the next level. They focus on doing that. But the key thing is to make you the best person you can be.
Absolutely.
But you have to provide the material. So that's all you need to focus on, providing the material. Staying out of prison, staying out of trouble, don't have no kids, or if have your life in order, but
or at least make
a
valid effort in that regard to start getting your life in order.
Because another thing is few special people can make great art with their life in chaos. Not everybody can do that. When your life is in chaos, you're not worrying about making, especially when you're not making money at it.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it takes a different type of passion to really go in and lock in and reach your full potential.
So let's touch on that, because you said something very, very important about life, your life being on track. Right. Let's talk about, some of the difficulty that you had, and, what prompted a change in your life after going through what you went through when you were younger.
Right. Well, I didn't grow up in the best circumstances, just like any inner city male or female in any state or city in this country. But I don't know. I can't tell you their story, and I can't tell you how they feel. I can only tell you how I felt in my journey. And excuse my language, it was fucked up. And I don't think people are supposed to live like that. But you deal certain cards, and it makes you who you are as a person. The childhood trauma that you go through as a child that dictates the person that you are as an adult, either good or bad. So with me not having a lot, with me on the first day of school or any type of school event, I didn't have the freshest sneaks or J's and everything. With me not having that and watching other people had it, but I know my mom can't do it, can't provide. It sparked a different type of hunger in me. It let me know that I have to go out here and get it at a young age. And me growing up, me knowing the person I am in this world, I am an African-American black male. I'm Muslim. Nothing is going to be given to me. And I'm fine with that. At this point in my life, I'm fine with nothing is going to be handed to me. If it's an opportunity, I'm going to take it. I'm a taker. I take everything except stuff that's illegal. But I'm a taker. If it's opportunity, I'm taking it. So what prompted the change, the spark in my life was actually the birth of my son. Shout out to my son, and a special shout out to him because he turns 13 next week. So.
Oh wow! Happy birthday in advance.
I'm a dad of a teenager, so pray for me.
Yes.
But, yeah, he sparked the change in me. Me growing up, my father. I'm not here to bash my father. My father is he's a great human being. He turned out to be a great human being. Yes. But in his journey of life, and him figuring things out, he made a lot of crazy mistakes. And like I said, I'm not here to bash him, but his mistakes is a part of my story. I'm the oldest of 7 kids on my father's side, and I'm the oldest of 3 kids on my mom's side. All 7 of us are around the same age, so you do the math.
Got you.
At one point in time, my father had 3 different families at one time. That's why we were all like around the same age. And
Yes.
the blessing of it that he birthed geniuses, special women, and both of my brothers are in the music game with me. So yeah, they're doing anything. So it's
That's
like
amazing.
it all came together. It's a
Absolutely.
crazy story, and I know
Yes.
America can eat it up, but
Yes.
pause. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
America love family drama.
Yes.
But like with my brothers don't have no problem with it, but with my
Mm-hmm.
sisters they're very private. So I tread
You
lightly
respect that privacy.
of telling our story.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
again, their story is a part of my story. But
Absolutely.
you know,
Well, you know what? I have to say this. You know, much of what you've gone through is very much a part of all of our story.
right?
I believe that, you know, with our parents, you know, they do the best parenting that they could possibly do.
They figure it out, especially
yes,
when you
along the
have,
way.
especially when you're a kid having kids.
Absolutely.
My father had me when he was 17 years old, so there's no way he knew about raising a child, and he just kept on having kids. So, make a long story short, even shorter, I didn't want my son to look at me the way I once looked at my father.
Got you.
So, and the whole me idolizing somebody else that's not my father. My son, I'll be damned if my son will he can be inspired by other men,
Right.
women, you know, but he know his dad that bull. Really that bull, respectfully. I'm
Got
respectfully
you.
talking, but
Got you.
you know.
Understood. So let's talk about your business, because you have a studio. So
I
you
had
let
a
them
studio.
know.
We under
Okay.
re-management and everything, but
Got you.
for the past 10 years, I had a studio. Shout out to Wolfpack Studio. Took some kids off the street, and
Amazing.
we made a difference. That's when I was transitioning, and I thought I was Sean Combs or Dame Dash or something. So I tried to be behind the scenes, managing artists and everything.
Got you.
So it was a good time, and it taught me a lot about the behind the scenes industry of the music. And that's why I move so well now, because it seasoned me. So
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely will. The best way to familiarize with yourself with the industry is through working with artists. And I've been privileged enough to work with veteran artists, senior artists, however you want to term it, as well seasoned producers and engineers. And the behind the scenes, in my opinion, is
you learn so much.
Oh, absolutely.
'Cause you see
that is the greatest
everything
part of the process for me.
You see everything that you're supposed to see, because it's not
Yes.
it's not all glitz and glamorous.
No, not at all.
What the consumers see on whatever platform you watching your entertainment is edited up.
Yes, it is.
It's shined up real nice and with a bow tie on it.
Okay.
But that's not how it was actually made. But,
Absolutely. And then when you said that, I had to, Benji, I have to talk about this, because when we're talking about the polishing and the shining up, I think the biggest misconception and the reason we don't have a lot of longevity, we may have an artist that may be around for 6 months to a year, and then we're like, where are they now, is because they weren't quite expecting the behind the scenes to be the way it is.
you was expecting some
overnight
a way to-
success. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. So this is where artist development comes in, and why it's so essential and important to an artist's life. Anyone in the entertainment world, is very, very important that you understand that. Sometimes it takes years. Sometimes 20 years may have gone by. That doesn't mean that you're not a great artist.
Yeah,
it just may mean that you're not appealing to a particular audience. And you may need to tweak whatever it is that you're doing, switch some things up in order to grab the attention of that artist.
And
that
sometimes
audience.
it may not just be your time. So like you said,
Exactly.
you could be working at something working at a goal for 20 years, and all it takes is that one moment and it happened. Sometimes the world like connects to you, the universe connects to you in a weird way. Sometimes it don't happen the way you want it to happen, but it's still a part of your plan.
Facts.
But it's just like switched up a little bit. So you just got to be clever enough to, change with the times or change with the plan.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And see, this is the thing. You can't be impatient. I think in this world of social media, I think that, the era that we come from, Benji, there was great success because we didn't have social media.
Yeah.
So now it's like we're on social media and there's so much comparison going on, and we have to. It's important for us to be our own individual person,
Exactly.
and for us not to lose ourselves in the light, in other people's light.
Exactly. And I spoke on that. I spoke on that on another interview. Social media is what you use it to. It's what you use it
Smoke
to
screen and mirrors.
So it's smoke screen and mirrors. If you use it as like, I'm just talking to the people, just not the regular people, but the people that's aspiring to be artists, that's aspiring to be in the entertainment game. If you use social media for a promotional tool and you don't use it as
its intended purpose.
If you spying on exes or like catfishing, whatever you're doing, like doing dumb memes that's not even funny, by the way, and you're not spending your time promoting yourself or promoting your brand or promoting your artist or anything, use it as a promotional tool, because the artists back in the 2000s and 90s, if they had social media and they can promote, imagine if Tupac would had an Instagram or Biggie had a Twitter or something.
They would have
like
been
that.
Billionaires.
So the internet is the new gold rush. When liquor hit America, it was a lick. It changed the game.
Yes.
When the casinos came to Las Vegas and Atlantic City, it changed the game of this great country of America. The internet changed the world. You got to use it the way you're supposed to use it.
Absolutely. So talking about change, let's now we're gonna conclude this part of the interview. We're gonna end with you have a project that you're currently working on. Let's talk about that.
The 40 for 40 project. It started as a promotional tool for my podcast, RoCTheMic podcast. But me working with the artists, and I started to hear their story, and I'm big on stories. If you have a story, like it hit home, it means something. And I started working with a lot of female artists, and I thought about it, and I started doing my research, and I'm like, I don't know anybody that put out an all-female project, like an all-female mixtape, all original beats and everything. I may be wrong, but until I find out where somebody DM me the facts of somebody did it, I'm taking claim to that.
Absolutely.
So I'm only in to do stuff that's never been done before and to make history. But it has to have a story behind it.
Absolutely.
So me working with different female artists around the city, shout out to Hot Shock, shout out to Lady Sparks, shout out to Philly Rel, shout out to
Rel, and
shout out to
Lady
Magic
Sparks.
with 2 eyes.
Yes.
Shout out to Maya Allure from South Jersey. Shout out to Bree Bougie from Milwaukee. Shout out to Nani from Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to Asia Sparks. This is just more than just Philly female MCs. Is nationwide. Absolutely. Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Virginia, Phoenix, Arizona. I said Arizona is Phoenix, but California, and I'm still working, and we're dropping a project on Mother's Day. So yeah.
What better day to drop it than on Mother's Day?
Is my gift back to. I kind of understand. I never thought about it because I'm a male, but me hearing these amazing ladies' story of us doing studio sessions, and you tend to forget, like us as males, we got it a little easy, especially if we have kids. You don't think, like, if you was an artist and you're a female, you got 2-3 kids or a kid, you still have to take care of that kid and balance your career. That's
Absolutely.
amazing.
And then being told
and
that,
with this game, in
yeah.
this game, it don't
Yes.
sleep. It's 24.
Absolutely.
It's a 24-hour job to raise a kid, and it's a 24-hour job to be an entertainer.
Yes, and then being told that a woman can't do it better than a male, than a man. That's kind of,
It's like I said before, the universe sometimes all comes and makes sense. It comes and makes sense. You just got to be clever enough to understand everything is making sense and consolidate everything, because it's never been a time in hip hop where I seen where it's a variety of female artists. Usually it'll be a female, and there's no disrespect, it'll be a female artist attached to a rapper or a group or a label. They'd be the first lady or something. Now you have females artists that's solo on their own, that's not even with a group or label or anything. They their own bosses. And not saying those queens before wasn't their own bosses, because they was.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
just saying they're doing it.
but they had to go through a certain process that today's.
It's like even with the
women
men
don't.
now,
Yeah.
like it's a ton of female artists, not just the artists you hear on the radio. It's a lot of female artists unsigned and independent that we didn't hear yet, and it's just I see it as an even playing field, and I believe that us as men, I didn't heard Biggie, I heard Tupac, I heard Snoop, I heard Jay-Z, I heard DMX, I heard Lil Wayne, I heard Drake, I heard Method Man, I heard all these great artists. I think it's the females' time.
Yes, absolutely. And I appreciate
I think it's
you.
the females' time.
Being a female, I appreciate you for that. I just want to just.
And that's coming from the heart. And these females are single mothers, like figuring it out. Like they stand on business, doing the same thing men are doing, but still have you got to take care of a child. Not saying men don't take care of their kids and all that type of stuff, but let's be real. In our community where we come from, if the relationship don't work and you got the kid, the man leaves and the woman is stuck with the kid. Even if you cutting checks, you paying child support, and you getting the kid on the weekends and all that type of stuff, 80% of the time, from Monday to Friday, the kid is with the mom.
This is Naya Rodriguez of Philly Live and Uncut. We are here once again with Bengy of RoCTheMic. We just finished discussing the 40 for 40, where, he's really doing a great thing for the ladies. It's set to drop on Mother's Day. So now what we're going to do, Bengy, is we're just going to tell the people where they can find you. We're going to talk about RoCTheMic merchandise, how they can purchase it, and any additional things that you would like for the people to know about you.
You can follow the RoCTheMic page on Instagram at RoCTheMic right, all one word, no K in the rock. Pause, excuse my language. Find the RoCTheMic podcast you search it on YouTube. I recommend you subscribe to it. Subscribe, share, comment, like, do all that. But definitely subscribe. I like the views, but I want the subscriptions too. Just type in RoCTheMic. You can space it out, or you just put it as one word. Either way, it'll pop up along with Beans and Freeway video.
Gotcha.
That's major.
Gotcha. Now wait, we cannot leave until we talk about the project that you did with Son of the 215.
Shout
out to the big homie.
Shout out Son of the 215. He's a part of this whole rock multiverse as well. If people don't know,
he is.
He's Freeway artist.
Yes, he
official,
is.
Freeway's official artist on Freedom Thinkers Academy,
Absolutely.
FTA.
Shout out to Freedom FTA, Freedom Thinkers Academy.
Shout out to the whole Freedom Thinkers Academy.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Free. Shout out to Son. Me and Son just wants to keep it all the way a buck. Me and Son just met and connected. Ain't been a year yet. But we connected over the internet, and it was for 40 for 40. So he came down to my folks' studio, and we vibed, we talked, we got to know each other, and he gave me a special 40 for 40, and he paid tribute to ODB. And by Son being so real, what I know he was an honorable stand-up guy. He didn't have to do this because.
Shout out to Bengy Jones and her siblings, ODB family.
Rest in peace to ODB.
Yes, rest
in
peace.
Shout out to his son, YDB.
Yes.
Good dude. Son didn't have to give me producer credits because I didn't technically make that beat. That he brought the beat to me. But it was certain pockets that I told him to get in, pause, excuse my language,
Gotcha.
and he gave me co-producer credit, and he gave my brother engineer credits. But my brother really did mix and master it, but he didn't have a lot of people when they drop stuff, official projects on Tidal or Spotify, and they don't mention the engineer. I personally went on Tidal, and he didn't even tell me. I personally looked on Tidal because I was download his Midnight Train to Philly. So, I was checking it. I was as my man and as a fan, I was checking this project out. He told me to check the project out. I'm checking it out on Tidal, of course, because I'm loyal to the team. And I'm looking at the credits, and I'm like, and I didn't know he was gonna throw ODB on there because I didn't know what I was gonna do with the song because I moved into the female direction.
Right.
So he threw it on there, and I'm like, yo, yeah, go ahead. And we're actually shooting a video in the next couple of weeks to that video, to that song. But him giving my brother engineer credits and him giving me producer credits, I'm like, yo, we locked in, bro. And as time went on, we became even more closer. So shout out to Son of the 215. That's a very good friend and official friend to the RoCTheMic podcast and 40 for 40.
Yes, absolutely. He's been a big. He's the big homie, you know. Lady B Promotions, Philly events and showcases as well, Philly Live and Uncut. He's been absolutely phenomenal, you know.
Great artist, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just say shout out to Hennessy Kev as well. He's a good guy.
Shout out to Kev. I ain't meet Kev yet, but I talked to him a couple times in the DM. But good dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to Kev.
That's my family right there. You know, I can honestly say that, you know, a great group of guys, you know, nothing but love from day one, you know. A lot of people don't know this, but when I branched out on my own, you know, there were a few times that I was supposed to, you know, I had gotten some flyers to where, you know, Son and they were doing their thing, and my schedule prohibited me at that time from getting there. But when I finally was able to take some time for myself and step away, you know, I came through, and it's been nothing but family, nothing but love, and all of the above. From, you know, that first night on, you know, with Hennessy Kev, love straight out the gate. You know, son straight out the gate. You know, and it's just been
Son is a good
everything.
Dude. And when, prior in our interview, we was talking about people taking they craft serious. That's another reason why me and him connected. I seen his passion and what he doing. I seen how he carry himself as an artist. I seen how he present himself. I see how on top of his business that he on, and it impressed me. Vice versa, he seen that in me too. We build a brotherhood, and like I said, this is when my brother is that guy now in the engineering thing. But this is when he was first starting off. So it's like he sparked the flame in my brother to get the confidence to get even better.
Yes.
Now my brother, he one of the top
vibe.
engineers in the city now. But at that time, he was just starting out, finding his sound. And Son embraced him, and he killed it.
Yeah.
He killed it.
Son has a lot of movies while we're here for the viewers. You know, check him out on Tubi. Just type in Son of the 215.
Yeah, shout out to Son.
He's done a lot of movies, and you guys need to really check him out. So we're about to wrap up, guys, now. So, you know, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, Benji, this has been a great interview.
I appreciate you for inviting me on your platform.
Yes.
You have an ally for life.
Yes.
Us talking off camera was powerful.
Yes, absolutely.
And you, like I said, you have an ally for life. I said this on camera, so I'm not fraud. And I don't fraud. Like what I say, I mean.
Yes,
stand on
absolutely.
business. You have an ally for life, and you're a very intelligent woman. I wish you the best.
Thank
Anything
you.
I could do to help, just let me know.
There you go. And we are wrapped, guys. Thank you.
And I got what it takes to rock the mic right, yeah.